Oynama şikidim şikidim. Oynama şikidim şikidim. That's it.
Oynama şikidim.
Şikidim şikidim.
Shikimdum.
Şikidim şikidim.
What does it mean?
It's just the man call the girl say don't dancing that way.
Oh.
As like yeah.
All right, Zeki, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for fitting it in. I know that we have a little bit of an entourage here that came along and just it was kind of last minute, that kind of thing, getting you on the show.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
I have a flight from tomorrow. That's why it's a little busy for me.
You're
today.
a busy guy, so it's like I want to let everyone know that. So, what's your official title with Van Horne?
I'm a president of the Van Horne.
President Van Horne, and then you took over. How far back now? We talking about
6 years ago.
And then Van Horne's it's 50 years old.
We are celebrating 50 years on last August.
Okay.
When I first come to this country, I was working for Van Horne too. And
what position?
As a sitesuper. And 2017, and I started by the companies. Then they called me. They wanna.
Okay, so you're getting way ahead of me. Let me just, quick shout out, Northman t-shirt. I'm wearing them. They were recently on the show. I wear a different company's t-shirt every time I do a show. That's the reason why I just do a shout out to them. Check out the TCL link tree for many great and exclusive offers from Black Ladder, Box Gobbler, Bunky Life, Zeps Gear, and Mud Mixer. And many more offers being added to the tree each week. And don't forget to check out our own TCL shop where you can get official TCL tees, hoodies, caps, espresso cups, and more. It's great being a TCL listener. But I want to let everybody know that we have, it's pronounced Zeki, right?
Zeki.
Zeki, and its last name is pronounced?
M-E-R-T.
It's pronounced Mert?
Mert.
Mert, okay.
Yes.
Van Horne Construction Limited, and it's www.vanhorne.ca. And I don't want to give up your cell number. Do you want to give up your cell number or the company's
I don't
number?
mind.
You don't mind your cell number?
No, I don't
You're
mind.
that approachable as a president. Okay, well, I'll give it up if you want. 647-554.
4748.
Sorry, what was that again?
4748.
4748. And then his email is zmert@vanhorne.ca, and then find them on IG at vanhorne.ca. It was interesting that you started off mic saying that Van Horne's been around since 1973. We recently had Altera in here, and they started in 1973. And it got me thinking, was there something going on in Toronto or in Canada in the early 70s? Was there like a huge construction boom that was happening there? I know you wouldn't know because you weren't here at the time, but I just found it interesting that some big companies, like Van Horne's not a small fish, were starting out at that time. And I guess because with the 70s, CN Tower was starting and there was a lot of infrastructure coming in, and I guess the Americans started seeing potential in Canada, and most of the time it would be in Ontario, Toronto based. So is that why like construction was going kind of heavy in the 70s?
I believe it's so, especially when 1970 I was not here, but when we look at the construction, how it's getting bigger in Canada, is grow up. We can see it's starting late 1970s. Middle 1970, they started, all the big companies come to most on 70 and late 80. That's where you can see that.
And that's where the growth started coming.
Yeah.
And then when did you come here to Canada from Turkey?
I come 2002.
2002?
Yes.
So 2002 you come.
Yeah.
You already had the job with Van Horne? Or
No. When I come in here after 6 or 7 months later, I was looking for a job. And I will find a Van Horne on the site, and I go work for Van Horne.
What were you working in back home?
I never worked for anything. I was a student. I come to this country. I never have any job. I don't know anything. And the language-wise, I don't know too. When I come in 2002, it was very hard time for me. But I think I make.
I find it very interesting, and I've said this before, that Canadians that are born here have so much opportunity. They don't take advantage of it. But then you get an immigrant like yourself coming to this country, don't even know the language, don't even know where to start. And here you are, the president of Van Horne. Like, I find that very, very fascinating. Like, do you see the Canadians here not realizing that there's so much potential here?
Exactly. What I see too, same thing I'm seeing, especially as new generation too. A new generation come with all this technology. My kids, I can see that. They are lazy, more lazy. They don't
worry, I said the same thing.
Yeah, they don't take this as an advantage for themselves. And when we come to this country, we don't know language, we don't know anybody else. It was very hard to live. Forget about the business, forget about to like have a just good life. We try to just survive. try to survive. And I believe that maybe that is make us more strong, and on a successful road and make us more strong, because we see all the bad days in our life, and I think that's make us more to working hard. I'm still working 7 days a week. I don't know why. I cannot live a work. It's my big passion is love what I'm doing, and I'm still working 7 days a week.
So when you got started, you applied, you became a site super.
Yeah,
How was the first week working for Van Horne?
hard.
It was
I
really
was
hard.
always scared to lose a job.
Every day you were thinking that?
Yeah, for
Why?
a couple months, because we don't know the country, we don't know the guys, we don't know the work much.
Who was the workforce? Like, I'm trying to get an idea back in 2005, right?
2002.
2002.
Yeah,
So was it just a mixed bag of a bunch of different cultures? So obviously you had Portuguese, Italian, you had Europeans there, you had Eastern Europeans there.
exactly.
You probably had Middle Easterns there as well.
No
So you-
Middle East. I think I
not
was
too
the
much-
only one.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how is it for you to communicate? I mean,
No,
construction.
my English was okay.
Okay.
Yeah, because before I come to here, I live in England for 2 years. My English is okay to just explain myself.
But then the construction language now.
Construction language was
It's
difficult.
different there than it is
Yes,
here,
exactly.
right? So it's like
Exactly,
then you
different
have to kind of,
directly.
I guess, deal with the building codes there and the permits and the way the government runs things here, right? Versus how it's run there.
Is very different, but we try our best to get much we can.
What was the first project that you jumped on?
It was some library on Scarborough.
Okay.
Yeah,
How many square? Do you remember?
very small,
Very small.
very small.
It was pretty straightforward the way that.
It is. Was straightforward, but was hard for me. It's today maybe it's very easy job, but that day it was very hard for me.
Just because you weren't completely comfortable with.
With what I don't know anything about construction that time. I just try to learn. And I try to serve myself to survive, as that job was big opportunity for me.
And am I right that you started off as a plasterer, but it's an exterior stucco?
After that, I left and I started to do the stucco business. I was in the stucco business for a long time.
Oh, so how long did you stay as a site?
It's not that long, maybe it's over a year.
Okay, and then you started the stucco.
And
business.
after I left, I do stucco business for myself, and they call a maple stucco and wall system. On a short time, maple stucco and wall system is grow up one of the biggest stucco company in North America.
Okay,
We have almost 200 people work out just for stucco company. Is a big.
that's
numbers.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah.
almost 200 people work for maple stucco. Maple stucco is do job all over Ontario. Anywhere, any street in Oakville, it doesn't matter. Any cities, town in Ontario you go, we do the work. And to 2017, and I've been called for by my boss, and they want to sell the business. And that's how I come to be by the Van Horne 6 years ago.
So, 2003 to 2017, stucco,
Yes.
only stucco.
No, I opened a couple of two manufacturing system too. One is stairs manufacturing, one is the molding manufacturing I opened up because it was part of the wall system. And I will come to be very good on stucco, and I want to open a site manufacturing. I don't just want to have a better opportunity to get more jobs, and I open a two manufacturing.
You were manufacturing.
Molding,
Oh, so what kind of exterior moldings?
yeah, exterior moldings.
Okay, so all right, so they were foam and
Yes.
okay, foam and then concrete or whatever plaster
Yes,
covered, right? And
with
then,
the plastering. Yeah.
So you basically created the manufacturing for the stucco business that you were building already.
Yes,
And then what was the second one for?
it was stairs.
Exterior,
No, interior
interior stairs.
Yes.
So wood stairs.
with stairs.
Okay, so what did you know about stairs and what did you know about stuccoing?
About stucco, I learned stucco because I started to work with stucco company. Yes, so yeah, I learned stucco from there, and that's how I do my business. And for stairs, I do have a work with a friend of mine, and we work together. And I was financing him, and he knows how to do stairs. That's how we go to stairs business.
It's good money in stairs, no? There's more money in stucco.
I make a money. No, I make a good money in stucco. I was no problem in stucco to make
Yeah.
money. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now what was, when you were at Van Horne just working, what was the annual revenue for Van Horne at that time? Do you remember what that was at that time?
Just around 10 million.
About 10 million annual, right?
I don't want to say anything about the
around
money
that.
wise. Yeah,
How many, do you know offhand, like how many projects they were doing?
four project time 5.
And now you fast forward to 2017 and you're in a position to buy Van Horne.
Yes.
And so is it all public knowledge how much that you bought it for, or I don't know? No, it's not. So you don't have to share it, but I mean, it was more than 10 million.
Yeah.
Obviously, right? But now you guys are 2023 going into 2024.
Yes.
How many projects happened this year?
We over 13, 14 projects a year right now. And if we look at the percentages wise, we grew up 900% from 2017 to now, 2018 to now.
Even during the pandemic years?
Of course, we grow up.
Wow. And then how? How did you do that?
Passion, I think. Discipline.
Yeah, but passion is one thing, but to go from, I can only assume lots more than 10 million, and then you've got 2.5 times more projects going on, and the projects are bigger.
Yes.
Because you guys do commercial, high-rise resi,
Yes.
you do institutional,
we do
medical,
school, we do,
malls.
of course.
You're doing all kinds of structure, and then you also do residential, just custom design, build residential as well.
Yes.
So it can't be just passion. Like, you got to tell me.
I think, it's just no, if we take it just on myself, that's just for myself, I think it's a passion and discipline. But I think end of the day is a teamwork.
The crew.
The teamwork, yeah. After Van Horne is, when I buy Van Horne, we turn over key to us, we just, we really work with the team. We change the system. We go to with the no technology, software, construction softwares. Our team, we sales, management, coordination, controller is all get separate. We have too many different divisions. We work years almost. We work very hard to put all this team together. And I think one of them is passion, second is the discipline, and third is our teamwork.
So you had all those 3 things going for you.
Yes.
When you went in to buy the company, what was that like? Can you share how that was? Like, how do you wake up one day and go, I'm going to go buy the company?
I don't go buy the company. I've been called after work to say, hey, if you're interesting,
what would you be interested in?
It would be interesting. And to be honest, that time I was interesting, but when I buy because we have 3-4 months to manage the company before we sign off, and I was I was not supposed to be in this business because I just said I was better life, better business, I make good money. Why I'm here today, it was beginning is pains, a lot of stress on the beginning when we buy the company. But thanks God today I'm so happy what I buy and what I am. And I think we will be grow up next years.
So when you came to Canada, and you were working for Van Horne, did you think that you would be in this position today? Like that many, you thought about it already?
Of course I was planning to be on that. I when I come to this country, when I start to work, when I set up to my life, I always think I will be the successful businessman in Canada. And I still think I'm in the beginning, and I think I'm still going to grow up more. And I'm not just going to be like a international, is just in Ontario or in Canada. I want to be international businessman and a global businessman, and I will keep grow my business.
So when did you start? Because you're also building back home in Turkey, right?
Yes.
What part of Turkey are you building?
Istanbul and Bingöl. I did in Bingöl. We finished project already, but right now I'm in Istanbul.
What was the projects that you did there?
In the Bingöl, I do 140 units on Bingöl in my city.
Like a condo tower or something?
Condo.
Okay.
And right now I'm doing Istanbul. I have 3 projects going on Istanbul right now. And I have a flight tomorrow to go to check what's going on. I go every month,
so, which is, and it's a place that I would love to visit one day, not just for the coffee. There's lots of more things.
Be my guest.
I would love to, but I guess what I want to know is the construction team there, is it much different than the construction team here?
Here is, I think is better. And Turkey is more hard to work with people. People is more, how to say, is no lazy, but there's not that disciplines on there.
So they just...
they have a difficulty. That's difficulty I have in there. Here, people is a little bit more discipline, more better. And ethics-wise is better in here to work better than Istanbul. And if you tell me the option, the best place to work, I will tell you it's Toronto.
So, but over there, it's not timber framing; it's all concrete, right?
It's all concrete.
It's all concrete.
All concrete structure, yeah.
Yeah, and that's how it's just always going to be. It's always been that way. It's always going to be that way, right?
I don't know why, because in the earthquake country, I don't know why they put all these heavy things like a concrete, they build with the concrete. I don't know why they don't go to light frame like steels or street structural, wood structural, but they always with the concrete. And anything earthquake happen, I don't know what's gonna be happened. It's happened like in, February 6th was big earthquake happened in Turkey. Yeah, last year. Yeah, this year. Sorry, this year. And I don't know. They didn't take any lesson from their mistakes. They still keeping building with the concrete. And I'm not agree with them structural. To be honest, I think the better structure we have. Either we know in the earthquake in Canada, we build a better today.
It's cause and effect. Like you look at what's going to happen, if it potentially is going to happen. I mean, I guess you haven't built on the West Coast here in Canada.
No.
So in the West Coast, there's a lot more strict guidelines regarding seismic, where you have to consider and build because of the potential of earthquakes, right? And movements. So they just do that for that reason. Plus, there's also more restrictions on weather and just tightness and waterproofing versus here in Toronto. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you that over there in Turkey, it would make sense to create or even look at technology that's even from other parts of the country.
Other parts of the world, yeah.
That's using all that stuff.
Exactly that, but they don't. I don't know why. Maybe the cost. Maybe that's why they do. It's more cheap.
Don't miss it on huge savings. Visit goiGuide.com/shop and use promo code TCL Podcast to get deep discounts on an iGuide system. Everyone loves swag, and I love giving it away. So if you're listening and you're interested in learning more about iGuide, shoot me an email, rjohnston@planetar.com, or a message on LinkedIn, and I'll send you free swag just for saying hello. I've got free t-shirts and toques, and I can't wait to give them away. I've also got special offers for TCL listeners, so it's worth your time to reach out.
So how many employees do you have right now working?
We have in office close to 35, 40 people work in the office.
And then you have a bunch of crews that are handling.
Most of our work we subcontract.
Yeah, of course. It's just the way the high rise or just big commercial projects they go, right?
Exactly.
But you're always looking for more employee, like a lot more people.
Best employee.
Because they want to come in, right?
Of course.
And then you guys recently got your certification for safety, right?
For core, yeah.
Yeah, for core.
Yes.
How was that?
We don't get a core. I think we got a core almost 2 years ago.
Okay.
It was take a time. I believe more than a year's process to get the core certification. But I think we got a core almost 2 years ago.
I'm just curious how that process is. So like, no, you don't have to go.
I was not involved myself.
No, your site supers and everybody
everybody's in the office to site. Everybody was being training. I don't know how the process worked because I was not involved.
What's the core rules regarding office stuff? I don't know, safety-wise in office.
It doesn't matter. Either in office. No, I don't think so. It's office. I believe.
Like paper cuts? Like what's going on? I don't understand
I was not involved on the process. I don't know much about it.
I just see the logo and I see it's there and it's attached to a lot of companies and I just wonder, okay, so what exactly is the process?
As most I know for the site, but on the office I don't know how the process is working because I was not involved.
So when you got started, you never thought that you were going to be in construction, but now you're in construction? Or did you always think when you got started in construction? Because you came here, weren't in construction.
No, I was not thinking about construction. I just
What were you thinking about? What were you going to become?
I don't know. I wanted to survive that time. I didn't think about anything, man.
That's just an immigrant mentality. That's how I go back to the 70s. The same thing with my parents and when they came here and they moved. And a lot of other immigrants, they come here. It's survival at that point.
That point, you don't look for a better life.
You just look for whatever opportunity it is. It doesn't matter if it's a tiny or a big one. You just look for opportunities.
Hey, you just want to take a food on table. That's all.
That's all you want. Yeah, you think. But today, nobody's worried about food on the table right now because Uber's delivering it.
They do deliver it today. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just like, I just want to. I don't think the hunger's there today.
I'm great. No, I don't agree with you much. But for newcomer, for sure, they have that. Mentality, what we think, that day we have. I think for newcomers,
I would still say that the hunger's there for immigrants because I met an Albanian painter. I met him. I'm going on 7 years now. Came to this country, no English, no nothing. Learned English from watching YouTube videos, and then learned the trade. Worked hard, and looked at opportunity. He just wherever he could looked at opportunity, and he just kept on working. Started low pay, next to nothing, you know, small, tiny basement apartment, like just surviving. And now he's running a good business, and now he's actually expanding and doing other things as well too. So the immigrant hunger is there. The Canadian homegrown is not there.
This is always is there, because when we come in maybe 20 years ago, today's the same things, okay?
Yeah.
I think we were more hard worker. Immigrant are more hard worker. When you see 1920 Italian, after that the Portuguese built this country, Italian people, now they are maybe in retirement, somebody maybe passed away already. Them kids come to be now as a project manager. It's the same thing for a new immigrant. They take maybe 20 years, 30 years to be on level what they're supposed to be or they want to be. Mm-hmm. And after that, I hope our kids is they take this from this point and go more up. Or maybe they're going to be lazy too. They'll be same thing. I don't know. But new generation, when I'm looking to, is too lazy.
But when you're looking for anybody to work with you, what is it specifically that you're looking for? That they're interested in being in the industry and they're interested in working?
I'm most think when I'm looking to hiring somebody, I'm looking most they are interested to work or not. And second, I look for discipline. Third, I look for making sure they are loyal to company.
Because everybody leaves for 50 cents here, 50
and
cents there.
When they learn something, they leave. You don't want to spend a year to teach them, and after somebody take it, or it goes somewhere else. But we always try to be very good with our employee. We don't want our employee leave it to our company. Whatever we train, we want to keep it. And last 20 years, what I see, I'm 19 years, I'm doing business. What I see is this. If people start to work with me, they will move in. They live on 2-3 months, or they live for a long time. I have people 15 years.
They see the growth, or they don't see the growth?
They see the growth, and they are loyal with the company too. They don't leave. They stay with the company. They stay with the company, or they leave very early, like 2-3 months. They go. If they doesn't go in 3 months, they stay in the company for a long time.
And it doesn't matter like what background, because
it doesn't matter. We have
what I like now in construction is that everybody is in construction now. It's not like back in, like you just said it earlier, like back in the 70s and 80s, I would say is mostly Portuguese, mostly Italian, Croatian. Like there's mostly those cultures were coming in at that time. But now it's everybody. I see everybody, which is nice to see. I like seeing that.
That's very good. To be honest, it's very good. New immigrant coming, newcomer coming, different cultures. We learn different things from them, and knowledge too, right? We give it some knowledge, but we take some knowledge, them knowledge too.
Of course.
And I think that lately, whatever I see, the people newcomer, they have a lot of knowledge too. 20 years ago, the people come from Turkey, they don't have a knowledge about the construction. Now people come and I see they have a lot of knowledge. It's better than us, some people's.
So, Zeki, give me a day in your life. Like, give me a Monday. Tell me like what your Monday is like. What time you wake up in the morning?
4:30 or 45.
I'm at 4. It's good.
Yeah.
So you start the day at 4:30. Okay.
Just say for 5 o'clock, I have a coffee. By 5:30, I leave an office. And
You first one at the office?
First, I'm the first and the last. I'm open the office and then I close the office. And if I don't do that, I think maybe that day I think I didn't do any work, or I will feel like guilty.
So is it because you want the other people that work for the company to see that you care that much about the company that you're first and last?
I don't care what they see. If I care about company, no. I really care about my company. I really have love what I'm doing. I'm in love with my work more than everything.
But construction is not always perfect, Zeki. Like there's ups and downs, there's problems, there's issues, there's delays, there's weather.
We've been through to many problems. Like everybody, like every company. But it's more important thing is no straight word or is no perfect word in life, right?
Yeah.
What I like to deal as challenge with a problem. When I have a result with a problem, I get a result and make me more happy. And I don't care about how much money I make. I never look for money. In my life, I never look for money. I have enough money to take home, put on my table for my kids, for myself. Other than that, I don't think how much money I make it. On one thing I care about it, I can finish my job with on time, with the qualities. if I love my job, I think everybody love my job. That's what I take it. Otherwise, I'd never think how much we make it, how much we lost. Who cares about money? As credibility is the biggest money. And when you have that credibility, you have money too. Mm-hmm. And I think if you go after money, you will never ever be successful. You have money maybe for short time or maybe long time, and the day you're going to lose that money too.
It's hard to tell people, especially in construction, to not go after money.
It's just not the construction, any business, I think.
No, I know any business. I just try to signal it out because it's construction, because it's a show year. But you're right, any business. If you're motivated by the dollar, then you're not going to succeed.
Exactly.
You won't be able to grow.
You don't see the growth, you see the money only.
You see the money, right? And you think that the money comes in, it's growing, and you think you're growing, but you're not growing. You could be growing a lot faster.
It's not about money, I think. Grow about what you make it.
The person.
And the value you make it, the value you bring on the tables. It's just not about what money money is just a present of the view value. You work for, people just think they are working for money. Honestly, I don't work for money. I work to be the best company. I work to be successful businessman. I work to write a history. Hey, I want my kids say, hey, my dad come in this country as immigrant. Now he's the biggest company in Canada. I want to hear this. Either you die, you don't take your money with you, but your name is more important than that.
What's the reputation that Van Horne has on the street right now in the construction community?
I think we have an excellent reputation.
Yeah. What do people, do you know, have you heard people say, what do they say about you?
You never make 100% everybody happy.
Oh, lines over here. It's just, that's how it happens. You can't. But it could be for different reasons. Like they might not like you because you're succeeding, that you're doing better and you're working hard.
Yes.
They may not like you for that reason, right?
I don't care people like or not, but I care about one thing. I think if I do right, if I'm fair, if I just think equally, and other than that, if I pay my bill, then I have a right to be disciplined. I don't go over people's work. I have a discipline day. My work environment is very good, excellent, and I think my team understand. We listen to our employee, we listen to our old managers, we listen to people work for us. But end of the day, we have a role on day everybody follow.
Yeah.
And you think is about reputation. I think when you do all these things, you have a perfect reputation. I don't have a problem. If you say zero problem, no. Sometimes people doesn't, but all over, I think we have a good reputation.
You'll probably be nervous if there wasn't any problems because you're here to solve the problems.
Yeah.
Right? Okay,
Exactly.
So I got to go back to the work day. 5:30, you're in the office. You start working.
Yes.
Then what happens?
And I will come office maybe around hour and a half. By 7, I leave from office to go to job sites.
You go to the job sites.
I go to job sites.
Boots and hard hat in hand.
Every day. And I come back to office. I have an hour or hour and a half. I have just I'm talking to Turkey online.
What are they? 7? No.
7 hours difference.
7 hours. That's
7 hours.
Yeah.
Before they get it close, I get all the report from them and the day. And go back to work daily, whatever on my agenda. I never change it. I will stick with that and finish all my work. Everybody leave. I get ready for my next day again.
Why do you go to the job sites every day?
Because I want to see. Without the see, I don't feel good. I know the job is going
But a lot of
moving
people
good.
in your position, this is how they see. They look at the paper.
I want to feel.
No, I'm the same way.
Yeah, the paper is a good, but I want to see. I want to feel it because I come from that field and I want to see them. To be honest, I go to site. I'm more happy. I can give a direction as better in the quality, better on the time, and I think I have a very good experience on the construction, and I think I can move things way better. What I'm thinking, what maybe people think I do. And I've been proof all these things on the 5-6 years on construction. Any job site I go, maybe people think or project manager think they can finish in 6 months. I think take this 2 months because, and I always stick on that 2 months. If the 2 months is finished, we've been here things like 6 months, 8 months, or 2 years job. I said this is 1 year's job, and we finish in 1 year.
How hard was it for you though, Zeki, to figure out how long things would take, because not everything is perfect and everything there's delays, there's certain things that happen. But it sounds like you got projects on time, delivered, finished, all that stuff, that it worked out well. How hard was it to get to that point?
It was very hard.
Yeah.
It was very hard. Believe me, something we didn't know. We've been given by the project manager wrong information. When you don't on a control 100% or you don't know 100%, you always sometimes you can be with the wrong information too. That was 1 or 2 years was is nightmare for me, but I never give up. I always working hard to try to learn, or try to make a shot to minimize all a problem, minimize all the risk.
What's the favorite part of construction that you like? What's the one thing that you always like, that you look forward to on any project?
Quality.
Just the quality? Just seeing the quality?
I want to see the qualities.
That's it. Doesn't matter which detail, which stage, whatever. It just
is quality there. Everything will be there. Schedule and quality is that's
so the team that plans everything, the team that schedules everybody, the work that gets started, the demolition, and just getting out of the hole, everything. Just everything done properly.
That's what I say. Quality and schedule is more important thing than construction. That's what I believe. That's what I love. How
is it dealing with the city? Because it's challenging these days with the city. Approvals and all kinds of things, no? Or is it easy? You tell me if it's easy.
Is easy. I don't think so. Is anything is hard with the city too. Maybe it's time wise is long, but nobody give you a hard time at this. If they say 6 months, they finish 6.5 months or 7 months or 5.5 months. I don't think so. That's a problem. It's slow.
Yeah,
it's slow. I'm complaining about the time, but slow. But it work right.
Why is it so I was actually surprised to see you're attached to so many associations. Like lots of associations.
What?
No, just like, you have the Toronto Construction Association, the Barrie Construction Association, Canadian, Terrion, Vaughan Chambers, CANB, New Brunswick and Moncton, Calgary, Alberta, We Build Ontario, British Columbia, like so many associations.
We want to be part of all association to be making sure we know the market, we know what market going on, we know what kind of job is come to market, and we want to. This is as other network, right, for business, and I think this has helped our business too.
So it's basically getting familiar with the neighborhood.
Yes.
That you want to build in.
Exactly.
So you've built in all these areas.
I don't build in every areas, but I want to know what kind of job is common in every areas, what type job is it. If any job I like it, I want to price it. If that's the case, to know the project going on and know the communities, to know otherwise is just a network, right?
Then it just makes your job a lot easier if you get familiar with what's going on there.
Yeah, if you know. Information is
key.
Is the key.
So I just where do you want to go now? Like, if you've already accomplished so much in taking Van Horne from like one place to what it is today, what's it going to be tomorrow? Like, how is it going to be 5 years from now?
Next 5 years, I want to be the global company. I want to be the biggest company in the global wise.
So what are the countries you're looking at?
Europe, 2024, April, May, I'm looking to open an office in Europe too.
Which countries are attractive to you right now?
Right now, I'm thinking maybe Netherlands or Germany.
And just do the same model and
same
go over
models,
there?
Same models.
Are you bringing people from here to there? Are you working?
We take all our what software technology we use for our company here. I want to take the same thing in there, but I want to get the people from there.
What about, okay, so I know that you've spoken a lot about technology-wise and regarding the systems and getting everything in place, so then that's how you improve the business. What about the future of construction? Are you going to start looking at doing modular, start getting into prefabs or all kinds of things like that? Or that's not an option for Van Horne?
It is the option. I'm working on something like this right now. I just tried to to purchase a building today. I'm planning something on a manufacturing modular system for the futures. I cannot explain everything about that business. What is it? But I'm planning something on the future for this type business.
So the concrete aggregates and construction industry is always evolving. With an ever-changing industry, it's crucial to stay up to date on the latest technology and techniques. Come to the Canadian Concrete Expo to keep your skills sharp and upgrade your knowledge to meet the needs of today's market. The Canadian Concrete Expo offers over 40 conference sessions, certification courses, stage presentations, and live large equipment demos, all in one convenient location. February 14th and 15th at the International Centre in Toronto. If you haven't looked it up yet, go to the CanadianConcreteExpo.com and sign up for the newsletter to get special show offers direct to your inbox. I'm still trying to wrap myself. How do you, not necessarily wake up one day, but how do you prepare yourself for a week or a month, whatever, to like, I'm going to be buying a building today? How do you do that? Is it as easy as just I'm going to go and buy a coat or I'm going to buy a car?
No.
Like
We do our work, in-house work for first. We do the all, looking all the risk. We have our risk management to look all everything first. When this has come to be like it's okay now. We can move forward for this project or for this type work or whatever. And after that, we'll take an action to go. I'm no say, hey, I'm gonna go buy this or. That doesn't work that way.
You're researching it.
We're researching. We do our homework first, and
Yes.
before we move forward.
Because then that way you can give all of yourself into working that project.
Of course, we have to know the market, how it works. We look at especially on exit plan, what is risks we have on there. We look all these things before we move forward.
I get the sense that you built Van Horne a certain way where you just keep on trying to figure out what the solutions are, but you're not looking at how everybody's doing everything else.
We have all this division they work. We have a marketing, sales and marketing division separate. We have any work we do, we have a different division to work for them. When they get a report, when we do our research come on the table, we have a meeting, and after that I know about what we have to do, how we act, how we're going to have a result, or how we're going to get it. That's how I'll be involved. Otherwise, I tell them I want to do this, but tell my team I want to open a manufacturing system, but this manufacturing system. I give it to one or two guys. They do all the research. They bring a report to me. And after we have a meeting, and after I'll be involved. That's how we work.
Okay.
I'm not be involved in every details.
Yeah.
But I'll be involved to give them guideline how they go.
Now, did you write a book?
Yes.
The sex story, right? Like your story, basically.
As I don't write my books as a biography about myself. Somebody else write the books. But I have a biography to be written by somebody in Turkey.
Yeah, and that's your story, right?
Yes,
that's
it is my story, yeah.
Okay, I was fascinated by it, right? Because the story is what's interesting, how you came here and built what you built and started as an employee and then became the president, right?
Yes.
But that's part of the story, the book, right?
Exactly.
I find that fascinating.
I hope I have an English one to give it to you, but I don't have it.
Oh, it's only in Turkish, yeah?
It's only Turkish, but we're going to translate it by February 2024.
Well, because I'm sure that there's a lot of other language people here in Canada would want to read that story.
I just want to get a couple language to translate in couple language. But the book has been in Turkey and almost everywhere.
I know, because you had this quote, right? Entrepreneurship is believing, being as brave as you believe. But not everybody's like that these days. Why do you think they're not like that these days?
They are too comfortable.
So it's comfort.
Yes. This comfort level is good enough for them. That's what they think.
I agree with you. 100% I agree with you. It's a shame, but I guess nobody wants to get uncomfortable.
You know what? Is anything you look at the comfortable. If you don't pass your comfortable, you always stay on your comfortable zoning. You never change. Things not changing. If you want to pass that, if you go something different, and that's how you can change the world or how you can change your life. If you have only dream for yourself to change it to make some money, that's why we just began to talk. There's nothing changing in your life.
Yeah.
But you want to write a story about yourself, then you can change a thing because you get out your comfort zone. That's, I think, is more important things. You leave a comfort things and behind you, pick up the more problem and get a result on that problem. And you enjoy to do this. Maybe you take too many risks, but much risk you take and much you win.
But you have, I mean, I'm sure you've taken some risks that didn't work out perfectly, but then you still figured out a solution for that, right?
Always, you're not going to be successful where you plan it. But everything, maybe you don't successful, but teaching you something is,
Of course.
we say to till 40, we are, put things together. We are smart. We put things together, but we have experience. Is that we don't lose anything. We get the experience from that. And next thing, when we do it with our experience, we can be better. I wish I had this mindset 20 years ago. Who knows what I am today was be. It's 20 years ago.
You didn't think that you had that mindset 20 years ago?
I don't have this this experience. I don't have it. Maybe I have some target, but I don't know how I figure out to go there. But
Okay.
in any time you work more hard or you open one door, they open another door for you. And end of the day, we see is a successful in here on the table. But if I have this mindset 20 years ago, maybe I didn't go through to a lot of pains. Maybe
But maybe you're supposed to go through the pain.
Yeah.
Because I've always told the kids, just take the pain.
I enjoy to take a pain. I don't know why.
Just take it.
I take it, honestly. I
Taking
take
the
it.
pain is what makes you grow, right?
I think so.
But a lot of people are afraid to take the pain. They'd rather go back to what you just said about comfort. They'd rather be comfortable at that point. But it's the same thing with the younger generation getting into construction. They don't want the harder jobs. They want the easier jobs. So probably the back end jobs, the more finishing jobs, instead of the hard concrete or excavating or
I think this
crane.
is the parents. I think
Has something to do with that.
yeah, I think something to do with the parents. Parents doesn't. I think don't let them kids go to on a hard way to learn. And I don't want to. My kids think I work very hard the rest of my life. Work 7 days a week because, of course, I work for my family. But I don't want they think, oh, when my dad is gonna one day is retired or passed away, is gone. This money I have enough. No. I will not leave all this money to them. I want to make sure they are working. I have my son, 16 years old, 17 years old. The day he doesn't go to school, I will take him to work. And I give a $500 a month. That's all.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. For 17 years old kids is now maybe it's not a lot, but I think what he worked for him, $500 is enough for him. And I want he learn to work and how life is hard. Who cares? I don't care about $500. Can give it your kids everything. You give
It's
your
not
life.
the numbers, not the point of that.
Yeah. There's a point to just learn
Yeah.
to get that pain, to get that discipline, to make sure. I want to make sure my kids know the life is not easy. If you stay in your comfort zone, it will be same. I just want he push that. I just want he really get out of that comfort zone and push something and do better than me. I come in this country as an immigrant, speak language less, don't know anything about the country, know the culture. And we push everything hard to set up everything in this country. And we come to be successful and we work very hard because we really get out of our comfort zone and we really get that pain. And now without the pain, I think I cannot live. I have to either everything go good in the company, I have to open another things to do something else. That's how it's come to be experience for me to get a pain from the life and learn and solution all the problem with that way.
Has he shown an interest in the industry? Your son?
Yes.
He has, huh?
Yeah, he is.
Okay. And has he shown the interest to the point that he might take it to a new level?
I always try to the dream I have. Maybe my life not be enough for him. I try to teach him. He got to pick up from some point and take it from there and reach my dreams.
I'm sure that he has friends that maybe have parents that have nothing to do with construction, and he might be hearing conversations that say you shouldn't get into construction. Maybe you should become something else, a doctor, lawyer, whatever it is, right? But I'm sure that happens. Doesn't that happen in like his circle of friends?
I don't mind. He come to be lawyer or come to be the doctor or come to be businessman, whatever. End of the day, I want he do his own business.
Yeah.
But when he come his own business, I have a construction business already there, and he can do that. I have a condition with them. One of my boy want to play in basketball. One of them want to be lawyer. I said that's fine. You can be, but that's a business you can follow to do it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why I've been working 20 years very hard, all pains. After all this pain, I want this company. It doesn't die with me. Have be forever in there.
Zed, let me ask you a question. If you came here and you didn't have all this hardship, and you didn't try to survive, and you didn't just stay focused on having food on the table, you either had someone or family helping you out and made things a lot easier. Would you own this company today?
No, I don't.
You
think
wouldn't
so.
own this company today.
I don't think so. I think I will be the whatever the people in the comfort zone. I think I will be in there too. Maybe I push a little bit because I love it to do the business from the beginning. When I was 15, 16 years old, I never get the money from my parents after 15 years old. I always pay my study. I never take money from my parents. But if not that pain, I'll be here today. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe not that much.
We don't know for sure.
We don't know.
Yeah.
But I was hard work. I was have a business mind from when I'm 15 years old. I do business.
Who's doing some interesting things in construction around the world that you, because I get the sense that you're the kind of individual that you do your homework, that you're paying attention to other people, not necessarily just in Toronto, but maybe across the country, maybe in the US, maybe in Europe, maybe in Australia, maybe all over.
To be honest, I'm thinking this way. I want to be a role model. I don't want to model everybody in here. I want to be the models.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
But do you also go to all the trade shows and take a look at what's going on? And
last 1 year I didn't go anywhere because I was busy in Turkey too. I do some the business, and I was involved with the running for MP, and that's why I was.
You're running for MP.
Yes.
Oh, so there's a whole political side of things now.
Yes.
How was that? Was that fun or more challenging?
It's more challenge.
More risky?
How to say? It's more challenge.
More challenging.
It's more challenge. Teach me a lot of things. I think I'm 3 years old. I think in the 43 years, what I learn, I will learn in 5 months. That's what I just think. I think it's teaching me a lot of things. I think I was not elected as a MP, but I think on experience things wise, I think I win a lot of things.
You gonna go again?
Yes.
Interesting.
4 years from now, maybe.
Or maybe sooner. We'll see what happens.
Never know.
Doesn't have to be that position. It could be something else.
That position, maybe.
Why do you want to do that? Because you want to be a part of changing things? Like you want to be a part of the group of people that actually makes these moves, these changes? Is that the idea?
I want to, in 20 years, 21 years, I'm living out my country. I love Canada so much. And I think my own first country is here. Second home, I think, is Turkey. And I think still I'm connect. And I want to, on that over 20 years experience, what I learned, I go over the world myself. I travel a lot. Whatever I learn myself, I want to make a show. I take this to my country, this experience. Mm-hmm. That's the one of my dream.
Like the stick framing.
Yes.
Seismic details, all kinds of stuff. You could bring it back home there and do it there.
Because I go all over the world and I have a lot of experience. And work-wise, what I see, from democracy to construction, doesn't matter. Whatever I've been see, I want to take this experience to my country too.
You ever gonna take a break?
Okay.
No breaks? No breaks allowed? Nobody, like 7 days a week, always working, 4:30 in the morning?
Listen, I work 7 days a week. Continuous.
That's a lot, no?
Yeah. And in just Sunday morning, I have a breakfast with my families. And sometimes twice a week, I go out dinner with families. And I try to give them a family quality time. Not a lot of time, but quality times. And other than that, I'm working. Either Sunday by 10:30, 11, I'm in my office at the work. I visit the job site. Maybe in a week is far. I didn't go to site. I want to go see on Sunday. I wanted every week to see what going on my site.
Just to figure out what you can do better? Like to figure out...
I just feel better. I believe in my team. They do good. But I just want to see the job site, and I feel more better, more comfortable.
Do you ever do any work at home? No. You
No.
hire people.
No,
You manage people to do stuff at home. When was the last time you did anything at home? Like
I
did you
never
a
do-
project? Nothing?
I build my own house.
You build your own? Yeah.
Yeah, I build my own house. Yeah,
Okay.
but I never do any work in the home. I never go shopping. I never do anything. I don't know
Didn't
anything.
pick anything, design, nobody left that all out to other
No,
people?
I design my home.
You designed the home.
I
okay.
design the home, either internal. I do everything design in the home, include the furniture. I do everything. But other than that, I never know anything about home. I don't do anything.
Is it the same feeling though when you're in your buildings that you're building for people than the homes you build for people, that when you walk into your own home, it's the same quality, everything's the same.
Believe me,
Doesn't change.
Believe me, it's the same quality. I never think about money. Either sometimes my project manager tell me, this is not included our job. I said, doesn't matter. Something I don't like, I don't expect anybody like. And I want to feel is either we lose money or we don't price for something. I really wanted these things to be quality is there, okay? The people doesn't see me. Maybe they don't understand the construction. We do work for them. But I still feel like to do the best for them because they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you do cheating on the work, you cheat yourself and you lose honesty, you lose discipline, you lose ethic wise. That's why you need to work on the qualities.
If you work in the trades, maybe you're a plumber, a framer, or an electrician, you need to check out Black Ladder Workwear. Their work clothes are tough, functional, and durable, much like you might find in high-end outdoor gear, but it's designed specifically for work in the trades. They put a ton of intentional thought into their products, everything from knee pad inserts, zip-off utility pockets, and reinforced inseams. They've got it all. Visit blackladder.ca/en/TCL to learn more and take 15% off your order by using code TCL at the checkout.
People know or they understand or they don't understand, doesn't matter anything. You make sure you always be involved with this to be qualities.
What do you say to people that say construction today has gotten very, very expensive? It's a lot more expensive. They took advantage, I guess, of the pandemic years, and they just said the material costs, the whole infrastructure, manufacturing, just everything went through the roof.
You know what? We talk about the comfort zone, right? We talk about the people in Canada that are lazy sometimes. Some people.
Not all,
no,
some. Yeah.
We have to thank you to what we live. You have to thank you what you live, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The Canadian right now is interest rate what? 6%. You know what is interest rate to country I've born? It's 35%.
Really, huh?
It's 35% and you have to increase to 40 before end of this month.
Wow.
It's 35%. You can how to think about the people how to live. We complain about 5%. We think about the expensive inflation. The Turkey, believe me, is a 300%. Maybe some things is 300% inflation on that. 64 or 69%. It's the government say 69% inflation for 1 year, and we talk about it 4%, and we still think it's expensive. Can we just thank you while we live, while we have?
It's perspective.
Yeah, what we have to be appreciated. We have to thank you. What we live, is more important thing. We don't see other side the world.
Yeah.
It's expensive and anywhere in the world. I think we are no expensive. I think we live at the best, and we live at the best country, and we always have to thank you.
Still plenty of opportunity here. Lots of
A
opportunity.
lot of opportunities here. Always opportunity was here, and still opportunity. And I believe that opportunity maybe it be another 100 years. We never know. A lot of opportunity in this country. If you want to work, if you want to be rich, if you want to be successful, if you want to really make something, I think that's the country. You can make it.
I want to know more about the projects that you're working on right now.
Well, right now we work on a project on the condominium projects. We work on a big schools projects. We work on a big retirement homes. We work on a couple university. We work on a
Yeah, that's right. You guys did
We work on
recently. You did a Humber College. You did Ryerson, my old school.
I do
I went to
Ryerson. We
Ryerson
do Hammer College. Right now I do work on a UFT on the King City
Okay.
campus. Right now I'm doing shelter for Peel region on Mississauga, and Brampton. I do same thing, shelter on there too. I do UFT, another work in downtown Toronto. I do work in Niagara Falls for shelter too. I believe that's shelter too, and we do one is the biggest school in Canada from 1 to grade 12 in Parry Sound.
Really, huh?
Yes, and I do one as big retirement home right now in Nepani. We do a lot of work.
So then when you get the crews and everybody, are you getting local crews to or people?
No, most the subcontract we know we want to work with them. Most our people can go maybe over 50% people go from Toronto to out to do all this work too.
To do the travel.
And we find some people in there. If we trust subcontract, they can do work. We get it from there too.
What's some of the best business tips that you can give our listeners? Like if they're running a small little construction business, because I've always said to them that your small business can be a big business like Van Horne kind of thing. You can just grow it, right? It's just there's ways of doing it. But what can you share?
If I want to start to do business today, I will do the drywall maybe to get a bigger on the drywall, and maybe the concrete forming work and the brick work. I think we need a lot of people in the brick, especially. I think we'll be in trouble.
We're already in trouble.
I think we're gonna be in trouble. We need to watch about just this heavy work, especially stone, brick, masonry works, block. I think we need to get a newcomer, new immigrant to, especially that. And I think our union in Canada, they are most looking for them pocket. They don't think about whatever people coming here, and I think they don't help a newcomer. They always try to be small community to try to control anything, no for the country or no for industry. They think about them pocket. That's what I feel.
I agree with you. And there's only been a handful of people that I know personally that I've met either on the show or on job sites that when they were younger, 17 or 18, 19 years old, they went online and they looked at the list of which ones that people weren't picking. Brick mason was one of them. Yes. And so if you're getting into concrete and brick masonry, roofing, things like that, you're going to have lots of opportunity. There's lots of work out there. And if you want to actually do good quality work, you'll get a lot of opportunity from there.
100%.
Yeah. Then the money comes. It shows up after the fact, right?
Exactly.
But everybody's always the other way around. It's the cart before the horse kind of thing. It's like they want the money.
It's more hard job, right?
I deserve, right?
Yeah. But I think the people on this type trade, they continue to work on it. They will make a good money. And there will be big companies in future too.
Is there something that you haven't built yet that you want to build in Canada? A building, something?
No.
Airport,
no? Maybe. I do work for Defense Construction Canada, an
really?
Airport, yeah. And but I want to build a big airport, but I don't think so. Canada have any place to build the airport.
They're not
right
renovating Pearson anytime soon.
No.
I don't know where else you can go, but
maybe overseas, maybe international. We never know.
You know what I'd love for you to build, because I've said it on the show before, is like, why can't we have a train system that goes from one end of the country to the other end? Like bring the European mentality of train system over to Canada.
I think is a community and culture. It doesn't allow us right now for that. In Turkey, they do too. They do like a fast training. It doesn't work. People like to take a bus or take a flight.
Would you not take a train from one end of Canada
to the
other and see the whole country as a trip?
I love it.
Once a year or something?
I love it.
Yeah.
I do in Europe. When I go to Europe, I want to take a train.
Because it's there.
It's more safe, more comfortable, and you see the view too, right? And somebody's
any time of year. You know how beautiful it would be to go across this country in the wintertime, in the fall time, springtime, summertime.
I think this is working this. I don't know, is working this country or no, but I think they're supposed to be. Either doesn't work supposed to be, at least for tourism.
I just think that I think their mindset, it's going to be too expensive for today's rates. That's how it's, because I don't know if you know about
I don't think so. It's too much. I think as a politician look at this way. He say, hey, lot of work already. Lot of work. I can either survive to do this. That's why I have to open another subject in here to just do the train from west to east or whatever. They have a lot of work. They want to deal with whatever in hand.
I mean, like you see, lots of people go to Turkey for tourism.
Yeah,
they go there for the culture, to see the history, to see the people, experience everything there. Canada should be doing that. Like when you start hearing about Canada being the most global melting pot, there's the most amount of cultures are in this one country, more than the U.S., more in Canada, right, than the U.S. And it's just like, why can't we bring more tourism opportunities to this country? For example, a train that would go across the entire country into each province, each territory. So I get it that it would be extremely expensive to build it right now because it would just, the rates would cost so much. But I mean, that's an opportunity that the government should look at and go, we should do this, because it would invite other countries to come and visit our country.
Yeah.
And then they would spend tourism dollars. So then all of a sudden you're that's how Europe, everybody there survives that way.
You know, anywhere in the world you go, the people know about the Niagara Falls.
Yeah. But
That's the one thing.
CN Tower, Niagara Falls.
Yeah. CN Tower, CN Tower, not that much, but Niagara Falls, yeah. But I agree with you. Why not? We have to open more tourism people coming in, more foreign money coming to country. As economy get better too. A lot of country in the world, if no tourism, they are go to bankruptcy.
Yeah.
We have an opportunity, but we don't do it. I agree, but I think there's a lot of construction work in the hand, and they try to work on this
Well,
first.
we could always use with more construction work to bring more people in to work on it and pay them a good rate, give them a good job. Then they provide, and then they're hungry, and they build, and they provide for their family, and they do all. So it's like this, it happens all the time. It's like a circle at that point. We can't just say that there's too much work already right now. We should stop.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe that's their thought process, but I disagree with them.
Me too. I'm not agree with that. I'm agree always to grow up, but maybe that's what they think, and that's what I believe.
What do you think this city's going to look like 20, 30 years from now? You're still going to be around. So, I mean, the reason I bring it up is because you've built banks and you've built libraries and these are two structures that are slowly disappearing in today's time, where not a lot of people are going physically into a bank branch anymore. So these buildings are going to be converted into something else. Libraries are almost the same thing. You're only keeping a few of them because of the history of the building, but regarding new ones being built, that's very rare. I'm just trying to figure out, whenever I'm in the downtown core and I'm driving around, I always in the back of my head going, that used to be a parking lot. That used to be a parking lot. That was a one building, then you demolished it and made it into a different building. What do you think it's going to look like 20, 30 years from now?
I just think as office buildings, whatever anybody invests in the office building, they will bankruptcy. They go to bankruptcy. That's what I believe.
Yeah.
And I think people most going to work with technology in the home. And a lot of a lot of job people, they lose a job because of technology. Is the robot, whatever come to our life, it will be more to work from home or work with the technology. And I think industrial building, it will be more like a just depot wise, just industrial all building. I think next 5-10 years we will see a lot of industrial building coming up, because Amazon take over. Office is gone. Technology is get to change. Our world is gonna get to change. We will be facing with a lot of things, and we need to educate ourselves. We need to be educated, and we really need to work with the new technology, with the new generation, how it's go. And if you don't change yourself, then you're out.
Then you'll be changed at that point.
They will change you.
Yeah, that's just the bottom line.
And they really will change you. If you don't change, if you don't take this, if you don't see this technology, a new generation, and how the world is going to, you're not in the business. If you see that, you will be strong in the business too.
There's nothing about construction that you don't like?
No, I love construction.
Nothing at all?
Nothing.
The porta potties?
Nothing.
No, nothing?
I love a construction.
In winter?
I love a cold and construction. That's more difficult and teach
Freezing
us more.
rain on a construction
Doesn't
site?
matter. Everything has some BD, right?
No, you're right, because honestly, it could be the worst day ever weather-wise, but you're still building.
I'll be very honest with you. I love everything about the construction. I love it. I have a passion about construction. I've been built all my life with that, and I love it. It's not about a rainy day or bad day, whatever. I love it, man. And the day, if I don't know anything else, I know construction, right?
What else do I want to ask you before we get wrapped up? Did we cover? I know you. Okay, the other thing I want to ask you is about sustainability. I know you're getting very conscious about building things right, green, and like you're looking at new technology, new ideas, and where are you getting all that insight from? You working with other people from within Canada, outside Canada?
I do work with some people about the green, about the technology, and I read too much. I educate myself too much, and I think this world need to go on the green, and we need to be catch at the technology right now is grow up very fast, and I think we are so slow. A new generation is very smart, and I think we need to be part of that life. And next, if we don't educate ourselves, if we on the green, on the technology, if we don't catch this, believe me, we look like next 10 years we will be in trouble. We will be in trouble.
A lot of people nowadays are saying we're in trouble right now.
Next 10 years is more.
It's going to be worse.
Yeah, maybe we live with robot. We don't know. That's 5 years from now. We don't know where we are. As when you look at last 5-6 years on technology, a lot of things has changed.
Lots.
A lot of things has changed.
And like also a lot of things in construction has changed too.
Oh yeah, technology is coming to be our life too. In the construction is getting more easy. Life is technology is making life easy too, right? On construction 20 years ago, today it's way different, and they really grow up too on the construction site, and especially in technology. On like I believe in China was 2019 COVID, they put a hospital in 24 hours.
Yeah, I saw some of those structures.
Just something like
that, because the planning and the way it was all designed, and I mean, like they're doing some things right there. Like, why can't we pay attention to some of those things and figure out how can we apply that here? They're the ones that are leading when they need to rebuild an overpass or rebuild a section of a highway. They do it over a weekend, so it's like you don't even see that it was repaired. It just is repaired. It's done at that point. So it's like if we can kind of do that homework. And I'm kind of glad that you went and tried to become an MP and get that position, because I personally don't know of any political person in Canada that has any construction experience. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
I think that we need more people that have construction experience in positions of political power, because then now you can understand how they can streamline things and move things faster. Because I agree with you, like earlier on the show, you said that the delays are coming from them because they're just being political at that point. They're not speeding things up for the purpose of construction. So if we had more people that had hard hats before they put on a suit, it might be better for us in the end.
I believe that any politician have to be business people.
They have to be, but the majority of them are not.
They wanna, because it's hard work, right?
It's because you know what's funny that you say that? They comfort. I don't know how many of them struggled to get to that position where they're in.
I don't think so. Anyone, maybe 1%, 2%.
I don't know. I don't know for a fact, but I just don't see any of them. I don't know how many immigrants are there. I don't know how many of them came here and started from scratch. I had nothing, suitcase, and started a life. I don't know how many of them are like that. It's maybe 1%. I don't know. But if we had more of those people in that position to move construction, every country moves forward
about
because
the technology, about and a different business, right?
It's the whole thing.
And a different business. That's what I say. And I really like to love is in any country, the business people to be like on technology, can be on a different manufacturing, can be in a construction. This type people be in a politician. They know all the pain, how it's coming, right? Doesn't matter in tourism, on health. It's this type people we need to have a see on a politician. That's what I know. People just sit on table every day. They see the paper. What you show me in the beginning, say the paper here. Most people want to look at the paper. Yeah, it's so easy to sit on the tables.
What's the prerequisite to be a politician? I mean, I know a lot of them come from law or legal, come from, I guess, just economics, maybe. But I don't know how many of them actually are business owners who started something. I don't know.
You have to ask Trudeau.
You got to get more people that have experienced this at this level, because we know that if they continue running the country the way they've been running it, not like a business. If it was Van Horne wouldn't be here anymore. That's just a fact, right? Because you can't be building any business that way.
There's no way to build anyway.
Yeah. I think I covered everything. Is there anything else I think we covered everything. It just, and the only reason I bring up that is it's like, I don't want to get too political because I don't want the show to get canceled or whatever. But I want to totally appreciate your time for coming in here and and making this happen. I got the 10 questions to ask you. They're not hard questions. They're simple questions. But I'm very impressed with what you've done with Van Horne, what you've taken it, because I knew of it being a smaller entity at the not too long ago. And now when I look at it, it's a monster now, not in a negative. It's growth. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
if you're a tradesperson getting into the industry and you're getting started, you're a company that you should be considering working for, because you're not, like you said earlier, you're not only going to be working for them, you might not like that culture, that company culture, but you're going to also potentially see the potential behind working for them and where you can grow. No different than how you grow. And I totally have a lot of respect for you that you still show up on the job site and have the hard hat and have the boots on the ground, because that says a lot. That says a lot to the people, all the little people, so to speak, and not in my eyes, they're not little. All the ones that are actually swinging the hammer, moving the forms, guiding the cement trucks, like all that stuff. Like there's a bunch of people that are doing that are just as important as the people who actually set up the deal. You know what I mean? Setting up the deal is challenging, but building is also challenging.
So life is challenge.
Yeah. All right, ready for these questions?
What kind of question? Go ahead.
What everyday sound brings you joy? Zeki.
My dog,
What kind of dog?
German Shepherd,
Male or female?
female,
How old?
5 years old.
Oh, puppy still.
No,
What's your favorite beverage?
Turkish coffee.
What is your least favorite tool? Could be anything. It doesn't have to be a construction tool.
Hammer drill.
What turns you on creatively? What excites you?
Excite me is work, technology.
Technology.
I think it gives something.
What word or concept is everybody overusing these days? What's the saying that people are saying these days that you just...
100%.
That's a good one. We haven't been swearing here, but I've got a question here. What's your favorite curse word? But you don't have to swear if you don't want to swear. But if you want to swear in Turkish...
God damn it.
What's your favorite vehicle in the entire world? Anything.
BMW.
Which model?
I drive a X6.
What do you miss from your childhood?
I really miss my village with my childhood friends. And
Are
maybe
you the only one that immigrated here?
I'm an immigrant here, but I'm born in Turkey, right?
No. But you're the only one that came here. The rest.
I have one friend here.
Okay.
Only one.
Oh, that's it, huh? But
Yeah.
everybody else stayed behind.
Yeah.
If you could master another skill outside of what you're doing right now, what would it be? What else do you want to do in life? Other than construction?
Other than construction, I want to do the manufacturing system, to be honest.
Okay. Last question. If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you arrive at those pearly gates?
Oh, I want to say I'm a good family man. And I said I want to say I was a hard working man. I want to say I was honest. I was true. I always try to be a good person.
That's all you got to say. Zeki, thank you so much for being on the show. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much
I
for your
appreciate
time.
you coming in here and sharing what you've accomplished. It's amazing. I love it. I love hearing stories like that. So
Thank you, Manny, having me here. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
everybody can reach out. Van Horne Construction Limited, www.vanhorne.ca, and then the email again is zmert@vanhorne.ca, and on social media is vanhorne.ca. That's it. We're done.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Angeline, we're out of here.